Language evolution is interesting. There are really distinct phases to it. There's version 1.0 when it's a green field. That's when you lay down a foundation that typically you can never move again. So you establish at that point, what kind of language are we talking about? Is this a functional programming language? Is it interpreted or compiled? Is it object-oriented? What is it? You know, you don't get to change that. You can then later maybe pepper on features from other categories of languages, but you're still gonna be that kind of language, right? And so many things happen in your initial release. And thereafter, the couple of next releases, you know, there's stuff you didn't get to. And you had a vision, but there was not enough time to fulfill the vision. And so you're still working on filling in all of the things you had as a vision. And then you end up sort of on the longer asymptote of evolution where in a lot of ways it becomes a game of knowing when to say no, because there's no shortage of things you could add to a language. But one thing you learn as a language designer, you can add, but you can never take away. Because once you take something away, you break someone's code and they're not going to be happy with you. And I've seen it over and over. You know, people think they can know, but in version 3.0, we're going to deprecate all of this and we're going to do this and that, and nah. You're not going to please your community if you try that, right? So in a sense now, it's a game of being really judicious about what you add, because every time you add something, you increase the complexity, and that means the learning curve gets a little steeper, and you may have one or two different ways of doing sort of the same thing in one place, right? And now people have to understand which one is it, and why are there two or three or whatever. So once your language matures, it is very much a game of being ruthless about saying, yeah, I see how that could help, but it's not helping enough. I often, this is obviously not science or anything, but I sort of often joke that every new feature someone proposes starts out with minus 500 points. And then you have to gain back 500 points before we're even going to talk about it. And the world is very guilty of shipping a lot of minus 200 pointers. You know, yeah, but you didn't win enough back. Do you know what I mean? There was just too much conceptual baggage that you added without providing commensurate value. So that's sort of part of the reasoning you have to do, you know, longer term.
And which of these is your favorite?
Oh, I like all of them. I mean, but the beginning is crazy fun, of course, and daunting, because oh my God, are we putting the right things in? Are we doing the right thing? You know, in a sense, C# is the one language that I helped design from scratch. There was nothing, right? Turbo Pascal was an implementation of Pascal. We had lots of extensions, and then Typescript is this whole different thing where we're adding a static type system on top of an existing language. And so in a sense, we're innovating like crazy in the type system, but the base language is fixed and controlled by other means. All of them have been super interesting, right?